Hello, everyone, and thank you for joining us for our 2017 Career Ready Internship Host Employer Orientation. This orientation is meant to provide host employers with an overview of our program and their roles and responsibilities. My name is Najma Ahmed, and I am the Specialist for Industry Partnership Programs here at DCPS in the Office of College and Career Programs. This summer, we are placing over 700 students in internships, and this program could not be possible without the support from organizations and supervisors such as yourself. So I wanted to sincerely thank you for supporting our program and providing this invaluable experience for our students. Many of you are returning employers and some of you are new, but whether you're new or returning, this information is definitely going to be helpful for you as your successful program with your student this summer. The main thing that I wanted to provide for you in this overview is an understanding, like I said, of who our students are and then how you can support them in the best way. The students that we are placing in internships this summer have completed our Tenacity Employability Skills curriculum. Our curriculum provides students with employability skills, soft skills training that will allow them to be successful in the workplace. And beyond the soft skills training that they receive in the individual skills, Tenacity focuses on specific mindsets that allow students to adapt and to be flexible while they're in the workplace. And those mindsets of poise, initiative, and tenacity are key when we're looking at what are some things that students need in order to be successful in their first jobs. And that's something else that's important for you all to know about our students. A lot of these students, this is their first employment opportunity, and we're extremely excited to be able to provide this for them. And so while you all are serving as supervisors, you are also serving as mentors and really looking for you all to make a strong connection with the students. We noticed that the best internship places are with students that have been able to connect with their employers. And I'll talk a little bit more about that as I move throughout our today, the importance of building a relationship with the students beyond a simple supervisor employee relationship. On our webinar today, staff support that you all will receive is something else that I wanted to go over. And so every school has a point of contact, and so you all will be assigned a point of contact, and the contact list is on our website. Anything that to know or any type of paperwork or anything of that nature will be housed on our website. That website address is www.internships.org, and so I'll click on this link in a second. Your school points of contact list, but that's something that you can look at on your own. And so the student list that you receive has the students. That point of contact will be conducting site visits throughout the summer. That point of contact will be responsible for entering in time. So you all do not need to be concerned with entering in students' time. And I'll talk more about the timekeeping process and what your role is. And lead for entering in time comes from the school point of contact. And so if you have any issues with the students during the summer or leading up to the internship, that is the person that you will want to reach out to assist you and to answer any questions, and also to share any good things that are happening with the students. That point of contact is who you would want to reach out to. We will continue. You have probably been receiving emails from my colleague Raymond Hutchison, and we will continue to send out weekly emails to all host employers throughout the summer, and tips or things that you need to remember as the weeks go on. So definitely still look out for those emails and take a look at them, because they'll be full of useful information. And I already mentioned the site visits, but the school point of contact will conduct site visit in person with the student, and the goal of that is really just to see the work site and to speak with you in person, and again, just to see what the student is working on, see any projects, and then if any conversations need to be had, that can happen during that time. And so just clicking here on the contact list that will pull up on DCPS.org, and so all of your school points of contacts will be here on this website for you all to use and to look at. Okay. So again, host employer role and responsibilities. It goes beyond simply hiring the student, at your organization during the summer. We're really looking for you all to build those connections and to make an effort to have the students' workspace ready, connecting the students to other employees at your organization, making sure that people know who the student is. And so we've included a list here for you all to look at, and it's really to serve as a guide for you all to make sure that you have everything ready to go once you have the student and they're welcome there. So think about planning an orientation day for the student, making sure that they have a workplace set up, a workspace with a computer or any other necessary equipment that they're going to need, and making sure that opportunity to feel welcome once they come into the workplace. And so you all can take a look at this first day checklist, and again, my contact information will be at the end of this presentation, and you can definitely let me know if you have any questions about that first day checklist. So for timekeeping purposes, again, I mentioned that it's very simple. Your students, every Friday, your role sheet. And so the student must submit their timesheets on their own. That is their responsibility. After you sign it, they will then submit it through our online website, and I'll show you that in just one second. But I did want to note that if you're going to be out of the country or out of the office or on vacations of any kind, please make sure that you identify who should be signing the timesheets for the students. We don't want to just missing out because they didn't know who to go to sign their timesheet. So please make sure if you're going to be out of the office on vacation that you identify someone for the student to have signed their timesheet. Again, you can let them know if they have any questions, but they should know that they'll go to DCPSinternships.org, and it's a very, very simple process. You sign their timesheet once they've filled it out, and then come to our main page. They can very simply click right here where it says Career Ready Interns Submit Timesheets here. Click on the link, and it's very simple here. So they can do it from their phone. They can take a picture of the signed timesheet and submit it here and upload. And so there are copies of the timesheets. Everything, like I said, is on this website. So students, if they lose their timesheet or they don't have a copy, they can simply go to our website, click on resources, and the timesheet is here. And so I'll pull it up so you can get a look at it as well. 1 second. So you see the timesheet here. Now, please note, all students must take a 30-minute lunch break. And so I blocked that off. The break is not paid. You will decide with your students. The typical hours are 9 to 3. Students that are 16 and up are able to work 25 hours per week. That are under 16 are only permitted to work 20 hours per week. And so they should fill out their timesheet accordingly. And that does not include lunch, as I stated. Students that are 16 and up are also paid at $10 an hour. and students that are under 16 are paid at $5.25 an hour, and that is the SYP stipend wage for those students that are under 16. The students that are above 16 are paid at the $10 an hour rate that we were able to supplement through DCPS. The timesheet here, and so students again will fill this out and submit it through that portal every Friday. It has to be done every Friday by 12 o'clock. And I know that students will work one Friday and they'll work past 12, but they can fill out the time the end of the day and submit it by noon. If there's an issue with this on that Friday or not working that full time, even though you put it on the timesheet, we can adjust the hours in the following week if there's any issues with that. Alrighty. End of our program, this is really important and vital for students to get credit for their internship. We will need to get evaluation back from each host employer. And so the evaluation is set up in a way that allows the host employer to think critically about the student when they came in at the beginning of the internship, and then the student once they completed the internship. And so it's called a reflective evaluation, that style that we're using. And so we really want you all to think about how level of skill when they came into the internship. And so we base the questions off of our tenacity employability skills curriculum that I mentioned before. There are a list of those that we're looking to teach the students, and that's what we're evaluating, and really wanting to see growth and really wanting to see if the students were able to synthesize the things that they were learning during their training. And so, for instance, right here you see, please rate the intern's performance at the beginning of the internship. And so if the student came in as a 3, that is fine. We want to be honest and really think critically about the student's skill level. Now, at the same time, while you're filling this out, you will think about the student's level of skill at the end of the internship. So if the student came in at a 3, and hopefully now they're at an 8 or a 9, you can indicate that there, and then we'll be able to see the level of growth. So the most important thing is just you all being really clear about the student when they came in, and then how the student their skill level is presenting at the end of the internship. And again, this is critical for us. If we do not, it is difficult for the student then to receive credit for their internship. For instance, if a student internship, but they received all 1s at the beginning of the internship and at the end of the internship, then we would need to have a conversation with that student about the quality of that internship. So please make sure that you're able to submit an evaluation, and we'll send out everything to you all for the student, but we look for these at the end of the internship to get these back, so we're able to accurately determine who completed their internship satisfactorily, and then look at skills growth and put together a report on the effect of the internships. And so for next steps, please make sure that you have submitted your background check to Raymond Hutchinson, and you see his email there. Any background check can be submitted to all those instructions. When reaching out to your students, you've received your student assignment by now. So when reaching out, if there is any additional paperwork required or need from the student, like a background check or application, and you're reaching out to the students, please copy myself or the student's point of contact on that email, so you have able to make sure that the students are supplying you with the information that you need. And that is the basic information. Also making sure that you're reaching out to your student to let them know where they should report to for the first day if they need to bring any information. And so the last thing, you all, something that we are doing this year that is new for the program. And so we wanted to put together a sort of a guide for you all for activities that we're looking for you all to think about doing with the students this summer. And so I will attach it to this webinar, but the basic information is that every week there are certain we have suggested for you all to carry out with your students, and some of them we really feel like will lend themselves well to that relationship building component. And so one of the things that we have suggested is for you all to sit down with the students and allow them to interview you. And so I'll talk to you about your trajectory, how you ended up where you are, what your career path is, and then offering for you to ask, so understanding what's their background, what are their career interests, how you're able to assist them, and again, understanding that this is their first job for a lot of them. And so this foundation is really critical to making sure that they are able to carry those positive skills forward as they their career journeys. And so take a look at that attachment, and it will really help you all as you're thinking about how to be intentional about the time that you're using this summer, and especially you know, when you have downtime, you're able to students work on some of these activities that we've suggested. And they're not meant to necessarily be busy work or a filler at all, but it definitely lends itself to in a meaningful and productive way. And so, as I said, my email address, and here's an example of the summer planner here with the different activities here for each week. And again, we'll provide you with a copy because we have information with more details for each of the suggested activities that we have on here for you all. And so, as I said, my email address is here, najma.ahmed@dc.gov. If you do have any questions or concerns, please let me know. One last quick note, some of you, and this does not apply to all of you, but some of you are also SYP host sites on your own directly through DOES. I wanted to make note that you will not see our DCPS students that we assign to you in your SYP portal. If you are not a SYP host and none of this makes sense, you can disregard this last part. But if you are a host employer and you did sign up through SYP on your own, you will not see our students that we assign to you in your portal. All of the students that are under our DCPS Career Ready internships are placed with DCPS in our SYP portal for payment purposes. So you don't be concerned if you do not see the students that we have assigned to you in your SYP portal. They should not be in there. And so I just wanted to for any employers that may apply to. So thank you again. Thank you for taking out the time to listen to host employer orientation today. Hopefully this has been helpful for you. And again, if you have any, feel free to reach out to me, but definitely reach out to the point of contact that is listed, and I will provide a copy of this webinar for you, and you can click on the links and get the information that you need on the PowerPoint, excuse me. I will provide that for you as well. Have an awesome day.